radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good evening, this is the 5FM Radio Main News, the headlines. HH calls for increased joint investments at Zambia-Zimbabwe Binational Commission. Moito officiates 2025 Bankers Executive Golf Tournament, highlights link between wellness, leadership and tourism. And South Africa to investigate mystery of plane load of Palestinians. This bulletin is live on our Facebook page, 5FM Radio Zambia, and live on our YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie. President Hakainde Hichilema has called for increased joint investments between Zambian and Zimbabwean business communities to help boost foreign direct investment and accelerate economic growth in both countries. President Hichilema said that given the abundant resources shared by the two nations, enhanced trade partnerships and joint ventures present significant opportunities for development. He noted that the region's combined population of 350 million people offers a strong market capable of driving economic expansion for the benefit of all citizens. The president urged technocrats from both countries to identify and explore additional areas of cooperation that can further strengthen bilateral relations and promote growth in sectors such as trade, agriculture, tourism, and industry. President Hichilema was speaking during the inaugural session of the Zambia-Zimbabwe Binational Commission held in Harare, Zimbabwe, under the theme United by History, Transforming Our Shared Future Together for Prosperity. During the session, President Hichilema reaffirmed Zambia's support for the lifting of sanctions imposed on Zimbabwe, stressing that the restrictions have had far-reaching negative impacts beyond Zimbabwe's borders. He said these sanctions continue to hinder development, disrupt trade, and slow business activity across the region, including in neighboring countries like Zambia.
Chirundu there, you see them, Kariba, Victoria Falls, Livingstone, Kazungula, you see them. Let's continue this harmonious interaction, warm interaction, which will exude to institutions and governments, as I said earlier. I also want to be naughty, Mr. President, Your Excellency, that we talk of the one-stop border post. It's not enough to talk of one-stop border post because technology allows us, if we are packing goods in Harare, destined for Zambia, or in transit. We're parking in Gweru, in Chinoi, in Karoi. We can have technology allowing us to have a single window.
Meanwhile, Zimbabwean President Emmerson Mnangagwa commended technocrats from the two nations for their hard work and dedication in advancing various areas of cooperation.
Parents were also very, very political. That shows how political they were that time. It is therefore critically important that this philosophy that we should be ourselves as Africans, poor or rich, be yourselves, dressed or undressed, be yourselves, eating 3 meals or 1 meal, still remain yourselves. Parents were also very, very political. That shows how political they were that time. It is therefore critically important that this philosophy that we should be ourselves, poor, rich, be yourselves.
Information and Media Minister and Chief Government Spokesperson Cornelius Mwetwa, serving as Acting Minister of Tourism today, officiated at the 2025 Bankers Executive Golf Tournament in Lusaka, where he underscored government's commitment to strengthening Zambia's financial and tourism sectors. That government remains dedicated to developing the banking and financial services industry by supporting initiatives that enhance risk management, corporate governance, and customer protection, while advancing economic diversification and sustainable development. Speaking at the event, he highlighted that the Bankers Executive Golf Tournament role in promoting tourism diversification, workforce well-being, and leadership development. This year's tournament showcases Zambia's growing potential as a premier destination for sport, business, tourism, and culture, while promoting cross-sector collaboration and sustainable development. The event is being held under the theme Teeing Off for Health, Swing into Leadership, which highlights golf's unique leadership lessons, including strategy, patience, and composure.
I therefore extend my sincere gratitude to the Zambia Institute of Banking and Financial Services in partnership with the Bankers Association of Zambia for inviting me to officiate at this remarkable event being held under the theme Team Up for Health, Swing. It is therefore an honor and privilege for me to join you today at the 2025 Bankers Executive Golf Tournament, an event that unites high-performance sport, leadership development, and tourism, and to champion inclusive growth within the financial sector and the nation at large.
The United Party for National Development, UPND, has welcomed the announcement by the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Zambia, Hang Jing, regarding the forthcoming official visit of China's Premier of the State Council, His Excellency Li Qiang, scheduled for 19 and 20 November 2025. In a statement, Party Secretary General Batuke Imenda described the visit as historic, noting that it will be the first by a Chinese head of government to Zambia in 28 years. It also marks Premier Li's first official trip to a sub-Saharan African country since assuming office. According to Mr. Imenda, the development highlights the growing strength, mutual respect, the strategic depth of the long-standing partnership between Zambia and China. He added that Premier Li's visit demonstrates China's trust and confidence in Zambia's leadership under President Hakainde Hichilema. With China's recently formulated 15th five-year plan centered on innovation, green growth, technology, and capacity building, the UPND says Zambia is well positioned to benefit from new opportunities under the Belt and Road Initiative and other China-Africa cooperation frameworks. This is according to a statement issued by the United Party for National Development UPND Media Director, Mark Simoe. Water Development and Sanitation Minister Colin Zovo has urged all commercial water utilities to intensify efforts towards expanding water supply and sanitation services in peri-urban communities which have historically experienced limited access to clean and safe water. This call follows the successful completion of 4 water supply projects by the Molonga Water Supply and Sanitation Company Limited in Mufulira's peri-urban areas under the Zambia Water and Sanitation Project. Implemented at a total cost of €770,439, these projects are expected to benefit more than 20,000 residents across Mukambo, Murundu, Minambe, and Zimba compounds. Engineer Nzovu noted that government is fully aware of the long-standing challenges faced by peri-urban areas in accessing adequate water and sanitation services. He says for many years, these communities have been underserved due to inadequate investment and limited infrastructure. He emphasized that the new Dawn administration is committed to changing this situation by ensuring inclusive and equitable national development.
Has urged all commercial water utilities across the country to intensify efforts towards expanding water supply and sanitation services in peri-urban communities, which have historically experienced limited access to clean and safe water. This call follows the successful completion of water supply projects by Molonga Water Supply and Sanitation Company Limited in Mufulira's peri-urban areas under the Zambia Water and Sanitation Project, ZWSP. Implemented at a cost of over €770,000, these projects are expected to benefit more than 20,000 residents across Mukambo.
And And in other news trending this evening, Luapula Province Permanent Secretary Prudence Chinamakangwa has expressed satisfaction with the steady progress at the Mabumba Solar Power Plant, describing it as a major milestone in addressing the province's electricity challenges. The Civil Society Elections Integrity Forum Zambia has welcomed the Electoral Commission of Zambia's decision to extend the national voter registration exercise by 15 days, but warns that the extension alone is not enough to ensure every eligible citizen is captured in the voter roll. Up next, the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
The inauguration of Ericsson's new office in Lusaka marks a significant milestone in Zambia's digital transformation journey. The event brought together government leaders, industry partners, and diplomatic representatives, reaffirming a shared commitment to advancing connectivity, fostering innovation, and strengthening trusted digital ecosystems. Felix Mtati, Minister of Technology and Science, delivered the keynote address highlighting the government's strategic reforms and the importance of strong partnerships in shaping the future of Zambia's digital economy. Mr. Mutati emphasized that Ericsson's physical presence in Zambia represents a deeper partnership to accelerate the country's digital transformation. He outlined a four-pillar digital covenant between Ericsson, the government, and the people of Zambia. He reiterated government's commitment to welcoming partners like Ericsson who contribute to innovation, job creation, and sustainable digital growth. Ericsson Vice President, East and North Africa, Mr. Alain Maupin, celebrated the new office as a symbol of Ericsson's long-term investment in Zambia's digital future. Ends the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
And in news from across our borders, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa says there will be an investigation into the mysterious arrival of a chartered plane carrying 153 Palestinians from Gaza into the country. The group arrived at Oliver Tambo International Airport, but were initially refused entry and were stuck in the plane for more than 10 hours as they did not have the customary departure stamps in their passports, local authorities said. Most were eventually allowed in after intervention from a local charity and because of the government's empathy and compassion, Ramaphosa says. The circumstances of their departure from Gaza and travel to South Africa remains unclear. In sports news, the Zambia Under-17 men's national team has exited the FIFA Under-17 World Cup Qatar 2025 after a 3-1 loss to Mali in the round of 32. The junior Chipolopolo entered the knockout stage unbeaten following an impressive Group H campaign built on discipline, organization, and vibrant attacking play. Zambia opened their tournament with a confident victory over host Indonesia before delivering a commanding 5-2 win against Honduras. Their final group match showcased tactical maturity as they held four-time champions Brazil to a 1-0 draw, securing their spot in the knockout rounds. However, the young Zambian side could not overcome a strong Malian team, who capitalized on key moments to advance to the next stage. Despite the defeat, the junior Chipolopolo leave the tournament with their heads held high, earning praise from their spirited performances and showing promise for the future of Zambian youth football. And now, the weather.
Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chineka Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
Southern, Western, Northwestern, Lusaka, Copperbelt, Luapula, and Northern provinces, including the western parts of Eastern and Central provinces, mainly cloudy, slightly windy and mild with isolated rain and thunder. Muchinga province, including the eastern parts of Eastern and Central provinces, mainly cloudy, slightly windy and mild with isolated rain and thunder. Ends our weather report, and that item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, a recap of the stories that made headlines. President Hakainde Hichilema has called for increased joint investments between Zambia and Zimbabwean business communities to help boost foreign direct investment and accelerate economic growth in both countries. Minister of Information and Media and Chief Government Spokesperson Cornelius Mwetwa, serving as Acting Minister of Tourism, today officiated at the 2025 Bankers Executive Golf Tournament in Lusaka, where he underscored government's commitment to strengthening Zambia's financial and tourism sectors. And finally, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa says there will be an investigation into the mysterious arrival of a chartered plane carrying 153 Palestinians from Gaza into the country. And for more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the happy world of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Lance Sannie. Enjoy the rest of the evening.